Vince McMahon, damn it! And welcome everyone to WrestleMania 1! WTF!
I have just watched 14 hours and 48 minutes of WWE programming on a hangover, and I do not know what is real anymore. WrestleMania 35 was an absolute slog, but in the end, it was quite an enjoyable slog because it was WrestleMania all about the moments. We got the moments we wanted, apart from Curt Angle being shafted right in the ass by a genetic jackhammer called Vince McMahon. I still can't believe that happened, but apart from that, the rest of it was quite enjoyable. Very long, but enjoyable all the same. And if you're wondering where my Cultaholic Heavyweight Championship was, you will find out during the course of this video why the hell I was screwed out of that championship and why I'm still the rightful Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. I'm not going to take this lying down, you know. I'm going to kick things off with the catalogue of Cultaholic signs and shirts at last night's WrestleMania. Thank you goes to Dylan, Botello, Roy Matos, Nick DeRosa, Huntress Fan, Jamie Fortune and his pal, Dave Canning and his pal, a rogue person on the ramp, and New Age Lucha, and Sam Wilkinson. Bloody hell, thank you for spreading the good name of Cultaholic on the grandest stage of them all. Point next time you go to a show, do what they did. And next up we have Jonathan Coachman, who reckons that JBL, the massive arse himself, returned last night, didn't he? I guess that means, oh, it's Johnny Cook, everyone! Yay! He's back again. But anyway, Coachman reckons JBL is headlined at WrestleMania, and I just can't think myself when JBL has headlined a WrestleMania. I mean, he didn't, as Jonathan Coachman reminded us all what it was like to be at school and to be scared of a bully and to butter his arse and tell him he's the best in the world, despite the fact he's a massive bullying arsehole. But then Paige reared her beautiful head on the kickoff show last night, and I want to try something new here, everybody, so brace yourselves, strap yourselves in. Sean, what are you doing? It's John o'clock, everyone! Back to Coach we go, and this time he reckons that when Michael and Colin got themselves into the armbar on an episode of WWE Raw not so long ago, they would have thought themselves, bloody hell, this is a good idea, but in the minutes and the seconds before the match actually took place, they would have been thinking, oh no, we've made a massive, grave mistake. Now let's put aside the shocking revelation that Ronda Rousey brought to us all not so long ago that professional wrestling is fake, which means that Michael and Colin have got nothing to worry about whatsoever in that armbar. But if you cast your minds back to that episode of Raw when Michael and Colin were added to the armbar, they were bullied into appearing on the biggest wrestling show of the year in front of 80,000 fans, in front of a global audience, sharing the ring with probable Hall of Famers and probably getting paid a hell of a lot of money to do so. The poor buggers. So in summary, Alexa Bliss is a bully and has mind manipulation powers on Jonathan Coachman. Still missing. I don't know about you, but this has to be like Jeff Hardy at Victory Road 2011 when nobody saw him at all until seconds before he was meant to make his entrance down the ramp. And because of that, I can't have been the only one looking at that picture there on last night's WrestleMania kickoff show thinking we might have seen a couple of inebriated nipples waltz their way down the ramp. Yeah, and back to Coachman we go. Jesus Christ, he's a useless arsehole, isn't he? Next up, he claims the Revival have grown quite attached to those Raw Tag Team Championships. You don't say, Jonathan. Those championship title belts, Jonathan Coachman, are supposed to be the pinnacle of what the Revival do for a living, what they kill their bodies for. Those championship titles belts, Jonathan Coachman, are supposed to ensure that more money is given to the families of Dash and Dawson. And finally, those championship titles are supposed to ensure bragging rights over the rest of the Raw Tag Team division. Now, I know that none of what I said there is true at all because the Raw Tag Team division is a massive joke, but Jonathan Coachman, that sentence was redundant, just like your career. Oh, did Christian really sit there on the kickoff show for WrestleMania 35 and have a go at Kofi Kingston for waiting for his chance, having a B+ package, a B+ cock? No, and a B+ mentality when Christian's career trajectory in WWE almost matched Kofi Kingston's over the last few years? I think he did. I hope I was tripping balls, but I don't think I was. brother. Imagine Q from Impractical Jokers in a Miz branded thong, bloody hell. How the hell is he 42, living alone, has 3 cats? And next up we have Jerry Lawler claiming the Miz is so embarrassed about his last name he doesn't use it in the wrestling world. It's almost as if the Miz is short for something, Jerry. Is it Mizzles? No, it's not. Is it Mizzletoff? No, it's not, Jerry, you useless prick. It's short for Mizanin, the last name he proudly prouds. Now just imagine sitting back there in front of the world on the kickoff show for WrestleMania 35 and calling Shane McMahon, who is of course the best professional wrestler in the world, not an artistic performer. That's what Jonathan Coachman did. I don't know if you've heard Jonathan Coachman, but Shane McMahon is the best in the world, and those comments from you, my pal, they're a little bit sketchy. You just don't know where to draw the line, do you, Coachman? I'm sure when Shane McMahon hears what you said about him last night, he'll try to frame you. Artists fun. That poor bastard there just trying to enjoy his food while some creep is sniffing his scalp. Somebody call the coppers, please. Chance for Dana Brooke, of all people. You give me a list of things you wouldn't have expected to hear at WrestleMania 35, and that would have been just about the only thing on it, because Dana Brooke is useless. Remember when that man there was a sexy boy? Not a boy toy, but a sexy boy. Remember when that man there was fornicating with the most downloaded woman in AOL history or something way back in 1996? Remember those times? But now here we are in 2019, and that man there, the former sexy boy, is on the WWE Network, he's on the YouTubes, the social medias, the USA Network, dressed like Mr. Slith heading for a slap-up meal before a ravenous half hour in a sex swing or something. There's only one expression to use here, isn't it, people, when you look at Shawn Michaels there, and that is Jesus Christ. South Park. Seth Rollins is an up-and-comer, and he's the man as well. Is he Shawn Michaels? You couldn't have been more wrong, pal, if you tried. I reckon you're sat there with your googly eyes, one's pointing towards a picture of the Velveteen Dream, and the other towards a picture of Becky Lynch, when Seth Rollins is right down the middle, while the rest of us people with working eyes look. I'm going to hell. See you tomorrow. Maggle, 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 maggle. Ryder won the US title at Mania a few years ago. Didn't like Intercontinental. Suck my chebs, maggle. Really good thing, Corey. And here's a direct quote from Corey Graves. Here comes the heavy-handed Dash Wilder. Amen, Corey Graves. Thank you for bringing that up. What a wonderful man Dash Wilder is, and if you don't get that reference, let's bask in the glory of what Dash Wilder did at the Hall of Fame ceremony after that knobhead took the ring and took down Bret Hart and Natalya. Roll the clip, please. And next up we have Michael Cole saying the smash mouth in your face style of Scott Dawson. Somebody didn't see the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night, did they now, Michael? Let's play it again, shall we? Dash Wilder, you kinky bastard, I love you. Curt Hawkins, 269 defeats in a row, dressed like the bastard Riddler pinned somebody clean in the middle of the ring on the WrestleMania kickoff show. And I don't know what's real anymore. Forget about the Undertaker streak ending, because this on the WrestleMania kickoff show is way, 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 way bigger and more meaningful than that ever was. Back to Coachman we go. Quelle surprise, as the French would say, and this time he claims that 2 spots were not taken away from any full-time wrestlers in WWE to make room for Michael and Colin in that bastard battle royal. Here's a few off the top of my beautifully haired head, Jonathan Coachman, you baldy bastard. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, Akam from the Authors of Pain, Dolph Ziggler, there's another one. R-Truth, I know he appeared later on, but he wasn't in that battle royal either. There's loads, Coachman, there's loads. And I'm sorry about this, but I'm still quite drunk. It's a good job that Lince Dorado is a cat, because he died when he got eliminated from that bastard battle royal on the kickoff show last night. 1 down, 8 more to go. Then it happens. So at this moment here, Tom Phillips claimed that Carl Anderson had been eliminated from that bastard battle royal, but if you took one look at the official WWE published official WrestleMania 35 program, you would have seen that man there is called Luke Gallows. So Tom got that one wrong or right, or wrong or right. Depends who you believe, I guess. But at the end of the day, people who make the programs, how can you get that so bloody wrong? Now, we spoke earlier on how it's a good thing Lince Dorado is a cat, but Ali, he's not a cat, so he literally died when he was suplexed over the top rope to the floor and he twatted his head off the announce table on impact. And I don't know about you, but that spot there, just like one of those spots that work well on paper, but not well in practice. But spare a thought for Ali in 2019 so far. He can't compete in Elimination Chamber due to injury. He has his first name stolen, and now he's dead. Rest in peace, Ali. The showcase of immortals? Is WrestleMania now just the grandest stage of them? No word there. Is it now just the granddaddy of... You're missing a word, you amateurs. Pyro? And next up we have Alexa Bliss, who claims if I want a WrestleMania moment, all I have to do is snap me fingers. Now I'm sat there wondering myself, why the hell, Alexa, are you not giving yourself a WrestleMania moment, you daft woman? You claimed last night, Alexa, you had WrestleMania and the fans in the palm of your hands. You made changes to 2 matches on the WrestleMania card, yet for some reason, with all this power, you didn't give yourself a WrestleMania moment by putting yourself in that triple threat main event, making it a fatal 4-way. That's something a heel, a massive Jezebel heel like you, would obviously do. If this was making sense. And here's a direct quote from Corey Graves, the second after Alexa Bliss was like, ooh, I'll give you a WrestleMania moment. Snap me fingers. I told you Alexa wouldn't disappoint. She did, though.
Hello, I'm Hulk Hogan, and I'm in the MetLife Center.
And in what was supposed to be that WrestleMania moment, Alexa Bliss, the goddess of WWE, a 5-time women's champion, was reduced to nothing more than the competition winner looking for a photo op. How sad. Now, judging by the way WrestleMania 35 kicked off, I now feel so sorry for big baldy bastard Baron Corbin. Because apparently, because he wasn't on last, Brock Lesnar threw his toys way out the pram and had the power to move his match to the curtain jerker spot on the card. Proven once and for all, we finally know who books these WWE shows, and all the crap we've seen on Raw in recent times comes right to the doorstep of Brock Lesnar. It makes sense, and I know you agree, maybe. And next up we have Michael Cole calling Crown Jewel, and not its incognito name of the WWE World Cup, which is what every single other WWE employee has done since that event took place, because WWE realised they shouldn't really be taking dirty Saudi money now, should they? And here's a direct quote from Michael Cole in that curtain jerker match for WrestleMania 35. Rollins goes bouncing off the LED screen. Now, I know that Michael Cole looked like one of the 3 blind mice during that kickoff show for WrestleMania 5, but I didn't realise he actually was one. Make that German man there a fully bona fide WWE superstar right now. He has the new WWE Universal Champion thrown into his body at roughly 7 million miles per second, and he doesn't give a toss. Move over, Brock Lesnar, move over, Shane McMahon. That German man there is the hardest man in WWE. 1 shot to the Beast Incarnate, 3 shots to his massive fat head, and Seth Rollins is now the new Universal Champion. Now, I don't care how Seth Rollins did it. He said he was going to do anything to get that Universal Championship, and that's exactly what he did. I'm over the moon he did. But judging by the past few years, how quickly Seth Rollins got the Universal Championship has to be a WTF moment. So here we are. It wouldn't be WrestleMania without Jerry Lawler, according to Tom Phillips. Now, I guess with Jerry dressed like that, a circus would not have a lion tamer, but as for WrestleMania, I think it will be just fine. Without Jerry commentating on a match he has 0 connection to. Don't those things come out the arse end of a big dog? And next up we have Jerry Lawler claiming that Randy Orton never ever had any help from his father in WWE. He claims that despite the fact Randy Orton is an only child, he's not even his dad's favourite. Randy did everything in WWE on his own, according to Jerry Lawler, apart from the time Big Daddy Bob almost gave The Undertaker hepatitis. O'Neal. And just in case you were wondering, a massive cheer that erupted inside MetLife Stadium just as Randy Orton delivered a lovely uppercut. It's not because the crowd inside MetLife Stadium are massive fans of Randy Orton's uppercuts. It's because WWE turned off a light that was blinding the crowd, which they've done now for about 6 or 7 years. There I was at WrestleMania 33, I was getting blinded. Here we are 2 years later, and it's happening again. Arseholes, sort it out, man, Kev. We all don't have teeth we can pull over our eyes like sunglasses, man. Think about people. Look at the texture of AJ Styles' kick pads. I wonder which members of Randy Orton's family made those. Hey, Ross, it was actually my mother and my uncle Balthazar. I'm a snake. Made me WrestleMania debut last night, so I did. So next up we have Tom Phillips, who claims the Usos have made history in WWE by walking into WrestleMania for 3 straight years as the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. I mean, we can only presume the Usos got lost on their walk to WrestleMania 33, Tom, because they weren't even on the card. Did they go the wrong way down a one-way street, did they, Tom?
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
And here's a direct quote from Corey Graves himself. Aleister and Ricochet have done nothing but capitalise on every opportunity presented to them. Apart from the one on Raw last week, and they want to take over on Friday. The wrong Usos scored the pinfall, and I cannot comprehend how a tag team as experienced as the Usos forgot a tag they made mere seconds before the pinfall happened. Jimmy was legal, Jay pinned, the match should have been restarted, and Ricochet and Aleister Black would have won. It would have happened, and I would still be your rightful Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. But because this ended in such a screwy finish, that predictions competition last night, null and void. I am still your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, but they've taken me belt. I need a new belt. Someone find me a new belt. There! Here's me new belt. I am still your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, and this represents that. And before you say, but Ross, if they made a mistake like you claim they did, surely a second referee would have come out to the ring and told the first referee he made a mistake. But as 2018 showed us in WWE, that can only happen once a year. And here in 2019, it's already happened. So we've used up all of our second referee things. Still the champ. Dun 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 dun. Kevin Powell, you, my friend, need to get the F out of WWE because you are a useless prick. But before you do, pal, get the E out of D Generation X, because for 22 years, that's not how it's been spelt. Just in case you were wondering, Kevin, it's D-G-E-N-E-R-A-T-E-O-N. I tell you what, Eyeball Paul doesn't look too concerned he's got a match coming up where his entire career, the in-ring portion at least, is on the line. He's had enough. He's sick of the graps. He doesn't love us anymore. He must have found a new game to play, and that makes me sad. That's George's angry face, and it's the same as his happy face, his confused face, his concerned face, his excited face, and his sex face. Now, no doubt about it, some of you at home will have tuned into this video to see me go off on one about Shane McMahon for the millionth time since about November. I've said it for yonks now, Shane McMahon has been a heel in WWE, but now he's being recognised as a bona fide heel with black attire, for Christ's sake. NWO Shane and his actions during his entrance last night and throughout that match, it all makes sense now, doesn't it? It's just a pissing shame that WWE took so long to realise they were booking a pissing heel as a massive babyface, because it took literal years off my life. But when George Miz got in the ring last night, what the hell were they thinking? They might as well have whapped down his kecks, got out his spud gun in front of the world. I bet it's only small, because that would have been less embarrassing. In a moment, we're supposed to be getting behind this 68-year-old man standing up for his son. We're supposed to feel sorry for this 68-year-old man getting his arse handed to him by the best professional wrestler in the world and the third hardest man in WWE behind that German announcer and Brock Lesnar. But instead, we laughed hard. Ha ha! But I can't have been the only one thinking when George Miz took his jacket off, a jacket potato became a skinned one, was I not? And when NWO Shane kicked George Miz right in the spuds, like the groin spuds, did anyone else think he was mashed potato? Now there's a sign there that reads Val Venus is a visionary, but surely it should read Val Venus is an expert in missionary humping. Now I hate Shane McMahon more than his own father does, but that bump over the guardrail onto the top of a golf cart then to the floor, that took some balls, didn't it? Some really sweaty balls. It's a very good job then. The Colonel McSweaty Bollocks balls are the sweatiest of all the balls, because he wouldn't have survived otherwise. But while we're here, surely that bump was supposed to go over the guardrail onto the top of the golf cart and not all the way to the floor, so we have the best in the world botching. No, it can't be happening.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Here's a direct quote from Corey Graves himself: when your last name is McMahon, you do not quit under any circumstance. If that's right, Corey, why the hell did Linda McMahon throw in the towel on Lady Balls' behalf back at No Mercy 2003 when Vince McMahon was choking her with a lead pipe? She quit then, didn't she? Paige, what are you doing? Oh dear. Maggle sat there asking you about the Women's Tag Team Championships, the match that you're just about to piss and commentate on. You're sat there going, oh, I love all of these ladies, but I want Becky to win. I mean, I can't blame you for ignoring Maggle, but aware, man. I tell you what, now those Bayley buddies, they need some blue chew, don't they? So they're erect like the penis of the genetic jackhammer. Sasha Banks was paying homage to Eddie Guerrero with a normal splash, now was she, Maggle Cole? Now I know that Eddie's Sasha's biological father, Maggle, but that splash that she did, without any frogginess in it whatsoever, could not have been more Buzz Lightyear if she tried. She literally fell with style. I wonder what could be on that podium, underneath that black cloth. Why the hell would you put that out there before the match has even started, WWE? That there is not a case of being better safe than sorry. Hide that thing backstage, make Mr. Bootiesworth put it round his waist, make him then cartwheel all the way down the ramp, make him roll into the ring, get on one knee, put a sword and a crown on Kofi, and make a spectacle of it, man. That took something away from the match for me. Now, in terms of this show being called WTF Moments, that WWE Championship match was just about the most perfect match I've ever seen. Not a WTF moment in sight. Apart from those knobheads who work on WWE's online shop who released a Kofi Kingston WWE Championship winning shirt, the surprise shirt that was inside the box Big E had halfway through the pissing match. I tell you what though, it's a good job this premature ejaculation of releasing some merch just for an extra few ducats didn't spread like wildfire throughout the world of social media, so thousands upon millions of people had that match result spoiled for them, WWE. Wait, there it did. I hope many people lost their jobs for that. Unforgivable. Wait there was one more. Kofi's son's Uggs. As you can see, I know all about the fashion, and that didn't tickle my pickle. Remember those comments from CM Punk about WWE's medical department? Remember this time last week when the world was melting around WWE thanks to John Oliver opening a can of whoop pass on Vince McMahon's arse, spreading spiel and truths about WWE's medical department? Well, there's WWE's medical department there, and it explains just about everything. And WWE, never, ever do I want to see Kevin Nash getting turned on by the prospect of a prostate exam ever again. Ever. I tell you what though, Elias, he's so good at strumming his banjo, he can make an acoustic guitar sound electric. Oh, walk with Elvis. That's not how that goes. Oh, I get it now. It's because John Cena is the Babe Ruth of WWE. Not because he's from New York. We know he's from Boston. Not because he supports the Yankees. He supports some other team. Go on, American sports. Ooga. Not because he's making CM Punk into some kind of profit, because remember way back in the day, CM Punk told John Cena right to his face, you're a dynasty. You are what you hate. You have become the New York Yankees. John Cena in 2019 is dressed like the New York Yankees. He was clever, that Punk fella, wasn't he? But just imagine the millions and millions of confused children at home who didn't see the Doctor of Thugonomics when the Doctor of Thugonomics was actually a thing. Daddy, what the hell's happened to John Cena? Daddy sat there, dumbstruck look on his face. That, son, is a midlife crisis. That's coming to you because life sucks and then you die. Shih Tzus, Lady Garden, Bush talk or something. Renee Young bringing out the Gadding meme. That return for the Doctor of Thugonomics was absolutely sensational. Dem bars, fam. There were all kinds of whamma blammer, blood clot ting, yo. Yes. But John, you're falling into the same trap as Triple H by hitting middle-aged and thinking, ooh, these smarky smarks, they know the insider terms we're not supposed to know, and the insider terms we should have a reference on this show where we're supposed to be selling real-life fights that people are supposed to get invested in, as I have a mental breakdown. Heel, bury your push, shove him up your arse, John. Why was he dressed like Mr. Slave from South Park on the pre-show when he had some decent threads with him all along? Give me what I want, Dave. Give me what I want. Give me what I want, Dave. Give me what I want. Give me what I want right now, Dave. Give me what I want. Give me a WTF moment right now. Oh, nice one, Dave. But as if WWE did a take two live on WrestleMania 35, so when you go back and watch WrestleMania 35 on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month, you see Batista make a perfect entrance the first time. Just live and breathe and remember that it didn't happen that way. Tell the kids of the next generation. I don't know what to say. The two signs, the two massive heads, the Batista shirt, Batista looking at him. It's beautiful. Triple H finally saw Mad Max Fury Road, I see. But after one of, if not the best entrance of Triple H's long, illustrious WrestleMania career, the first thing Triple H and anybody else involved in putting that entrance together would not have wanted to heard was Michael Cole going, how cool was that, guys? Anything, I mean anything that Michael Cole considers cool is anything but cool. Entrance ruined. And sticking with Michael Cole, he claims that 3 times Triple H and Batista have done singles matches in WWE, and I'm here to tell you, he's telling a massive lie. Raw episode 615, WrestleMania 21, Backlash 2005, Raw episode 628, Raw episode 629, Vengeance 2005. Never ever believe a word that comes out of Michael Cole's mouth. Now forget about Triple H being the sick bastard with the stuff with Batista's fingers in the nose ring and whatnot. Just look at Triple H's mom's face place when he's going to get more tools to do more disgusting things. Forget about Triple H being the cerebral assassin. That woman there just killed millions, probably. Sick bastard. It's called an old woman a sick bastard. But is that what Batista wanted? Triple H ripping out his nose ring with a pair of pliers? I don't think that's what Batista wanted, you know. But it serves Dave right, because if you go back to your school days, before every single PE class, the teacher would go, hello children, take out your earrings, take out your nose rings, because just in case some massive man with a massive beard and a massive nose comes at you, invades your class with a pair of pliers. So listen to the teachers, Dave. They exist. Where the hell have they been for the last forever years? It's the question that has been asked by every single person in the WWE Universe for close to 20 years at this stage. What animal is Dave Batista? What animal walks alone inside this pit of danger? What animal screams yay for no reason whatsoever? It turns out it's one of those wrinkly dogs. He's at the double, it's Jonathan again, everyone! And next up, and sit yourselves down here, JBL reckons he had lunch with Kurt Angle on the morning before WrestleMania 35. What kind of fat bastard has a lunch on a morning? Me. John's still a massive bellend though, so to take that, John, but that's the last thing we're going to say about the Kurt Angle match, because what WWE did last night to Kurt Angle was nothing short of a disgrace in my opinion. Yes, it might have furthered the story and created a bit more of a star for big bully bastard Baron Corbin, but no, I'd rather forget it ever happened. Just like Kurt did with Jason Jordan. And speaking of Jason Jordan, all of Angle's kids are there, but where the hell is Jason Jordan? My black son! My black son, I did it with a broken freaking condom. That is the only explanation. The condom it broke like Kurt Angle's neck just before the Olympics in 1996, and Kurt doesn't want to know. Oof! That zombie from Shaun of the Dead back in the day hasn't half done well for himself now, has he?
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Finally, a whoopsie from Renee Young on this WrestleMania 35 WTF moments when she claimed she's appreciative of Bobby Lashley. No thrills at all, apparently. What are you smoking, woman? He put new eyeballs in for this match. He took his normal eyeballs out. He put new eyeballs in. What more do you want, you ungrateful Jezebel? Could you imagine needing to have a break? A dance break, a longer than 7 seconds dance break in a show that went on for 7 hours, 24 minutes and 19 seconds. Because that's what happened at WrestleMania 35, everybody. Alexa, man, you silly goose. We were just getting started when you announced we need to have a break with 40 agonising minutes approximately of the show to go. What the hell was the point in that? And next up, we've heard it time and time again. Charlotte Flair saying, I don't want to be considered me daddy's daughter. I don't want to be in the shadow of Ric Flair. Now, I believe over the past 6 years, Charlotte Flair has done enough, won enough championships, had enough great matches, proved she's a great wrestler to stand away from my daddy's shadow. But for Christ's sake, Charlotte, stop stealing things from your dad and people might stop comparing you to your dad. The woos, the robes, and last night at WrestleMania 35, you did his famous helicopter entrance. Just do different things and people will stop comparing you to him. It's simple, is it not? Dun 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 dun. Let Greg speak, you knob. Now it's obvious for all to see what happened here because Kevin Dunn thought to himself, ooh, I get to see Charlotte Flair out next, and because he gets a massive boner for all the athletic blondes in WWE, apart from Tyler Breeze, the boner went up, the switch got flicked, and Greg's microphone went off.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Ronda connected with the elbow. That's located on her knee. Face first goes Charlotte and Ronda. Michael, Ronda's got a face on the back of her head, does she? No. Ronda Rousey said tables are for bitches. Becky Lynch was right when she called Ronda Rousey a silly little weirdo now. And finally we get to the finish of that main event, the historic first ever women's main event of a WrestleMania. One thing to say about it here, and because I'm hungover and drunk and knackered, that's all I've got to say about that. Charlotte not going through that table, I guess that can happen, but Becky and Ronda not ensuring that Ronda's shoulders were pinned to the mat for the full 3 seconds, I sincerely hope that was not intentional. What should have been a massive WrestleMania moment, a career-affirming moment for Becky Lynch, was just pissed on and left a sour taste in everybody's mouths. Who saw it? It was Becky Lynch's moment, yet what happened with Ronda's shoulders not being on the mat for the full 3 count just took away from that moment, and I don't see how that's productive when he spent so long building Becky Lynch since SummerSlam last year. I guess we'll have to tune the road and see what happens tonight, because if Ronda Rousey comes out there and says, how? Me shoulders went on the mat for 3, this is a screw job, blah 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 blah, that's bollocks. It was the right result, but the wrong way to get there. And we end can't believe it's come to an end. 14 hours and 48 minutes or something of professional wrestling I've watched to get to this moment to tell you a stat that last night was the first WrestleMania since 2000 that The Undertaker was not a part of. And that is a stat. That's a stat. I've been Ross from Cultaholic.com. Thank you for being a sexual wank pheasant. Let me pick up my stand-in Cultaholic Heavyweight Championship title until I get my proper one back. Look at this lovely title. WrestleMania 35 was very good. Very good it was. Lots of great moments. Shame about Curt Angle. The run time was way too long, but hey, you give and take in this life, don't you? Sorry for being so annoying. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us.